I'm Mike.
I'm Jason.
I'm Mike.
So this is Snake Envy. We are out herping today. We are somewhere in beautiful southern Utah. We've traded in the snow-capped peaks up north for red rock and sand. And we're happy to have Mike Larson of Solid
Serpents.
Solid Serpents. I almost said Solid Reptiles, but Solid Serpents.
Yes.
Where can folks find you? Are you on Morph Market or?
Well, Instagram's the best place, and Facebook, but Instagram's the best because I can share and tag. And
perfect. So check out Mike. Check out what he's got going on. What are you most excited to try to find today?
Gila monsters.
How about you?
Oh yeah. Anything new, even little lizards that I've never seen before.
Yeah, we'll see stuff.
I don't want to talk about the Gilas too much because I don't want to jinx it, but that is why we're here. We're hoping to find Gila monsters today. For me personally, in all the decades I have kept California Kings, I have never seen one in the wild.
Well,
And they are down here as well. So there's a possibility we could see California Kings, Gilas. We're going to see a ton of lizards. It'd be really cool to see chuckwallas.
Oh yeah, chuckwallas.
I see some leopards.
Leopards are going to be everywhere. And the other really cool thing down here is desert tortoises. So they are heavily protected for those of you that are familiar with them. And they are definitely here as well. And all the wildlife down here utilizes their burrows. They are a very important species to the ecosystem because everyone's utilizing the desert tortoise burrows. So those would be very cool as well. But Gila monsters, that's the goal. Let's see if we find them. Thanks.
Thanks. All right, so to summarize, first herping trip of the year,
we'd both been out on our own to a couple places looking for garters. Have you had any garter success? Didn't you say you saw one?
I've seen two.
You've seen two. Okay.
I've seen one mowing a lawn, my mother's lawn.
Yeah. I haven't had any garter success yet, but here in northern Utah, pretty early for everything still. The garters are out there, that's about it. But so we headed off to southern Utah. They're easily a month ahead of us.
Yeah.
Gilas was the goal. We struck out.
We struck out. It's not an easy thing to accomplish in Utah. Maybe Arizona, you could probably get that goal, but Utah's a lot different. It's a lot. You only have so much area. I only think they range into the state like to 30 miles maybe.
Yeah, it's the very northern part of their range. But there is a good spot you know of. We're not going to reveal anything even remotely related to where we are and where we were, but we're even careful about how we film, not to give away landmarks people would recognize. So it's a super secret deal. We respected all that. We will always respect those places. But yes, what do you think? Just it's maybe a week or two too early.
It's slightly early. We had the bug. We were itching to get out, and we got out and got rid of that itch.
We did.
We found a few things. We found a desert horned lizard.
Yep.
A bunch of lizards, a bunch of little lizards, whiptails, side blotches.
Yeah.
But the tortoises were fun. That was
a thrill for me because we've talked about it on the channel. A desert tortoise was my very first reptile pet of any kind. And I've said I have no idea whether they were protected back then in the 70s. Families like mine who kept them as pets in the backyard were partly to blame for why they're federally and state protected now. But it was a thrill to see those guys in the wild because literally since I was a kid, I haven't. So that was amazing. And we saw the full gamut. We saw a little baby about 3 inches around. We saw a middle size, about this big. And then we saw a huge, really
13,
good size
14,
female.
Yeah. It's about as big as they get right there.
Yeah, I'll bet you she weighed probably
she was awesome.
30 pounds or more.
She just sat there and turned her head, looked at us.
Yeah, she wasn't bothered by us at all. And the most amazing part, she was 2/3 the way up a steep, rocky hillside.
I mean steep.
Steep, yes.
Like I don't even know how she got up there.
No.
But they're little tanks.
They are, and they're great climbers. I knew they were climbers, but I didn't realize to that extent.
But that degree, and that's the first time I started going to southern Arizona. I was just I was blown away because that's where I was finding them on cliff sides. I wasn't looking for them, and I'm like, what are you doing up here? But yeah, that's what they like.
So it would be interesting. I may do a little homework online, see if I can figure out what incentivizes them to go halfway up a cliffside. I don't know, but. And we'll go through our footage and pictures that we took and see if we even can show you the extent of where she was. But because again, we don't want to give away this. Oh, that location we're okay with.
Yeah, but
that one's actually a big mountain biking and hiking area.
It's very common.
We'll probably at least show you a photo that just shows where she was, and because it's impressive. And I'm curious, is there something growing a little higher off the valley floor that is super nutritious or hydrating or...
You would think
what incentivizes her to go up there?
Know.
I have no idea.
I have no idea, but it's thinking if it was food or anything, it's I didn't see anything particular.
No, I didn't notice.
I know they love flowers.
They do.
And the grass and all that. So.
Yeah.
But there was that all over the bottom.
Yeah, it seemed like there was plenty on the valley floor. Yeah. We may show you a picture too of Jason and I up on a cliffside just to give you a perspective of how high up off the valley floor we were. And for her to be up there was really thrilling to see her in her natural habitat to begin with, but then on a cliffside it was impressive. So over the next couple weeks, the plan is to go out looking for Gilas again. So hopefully we'll have something to report back on Gilas. But for now, we struck out there. But the desert tortoises were cool.
Yep, that was worth it.
Yep. Please like and subscribe and comment. What cool experiences have you had in the desert? The great thing about the Southwest here, between Arizona, Utah, and Nevada, where they all kind of come together, there's such a wide range of wildlife. We were, it's possible when we go back looking for Gilas again, we could even see California kings.
There's so much down there.
They live in that area, so there's a lot of cool stuff there in southern Utah that we just don't have up here.
Yeah. And I feel like northern and southern Utah in a week, within a week, it's going to kick off. Like, it's going to get, like, it's warming up. And we're going to be in the mid to upper 70s here in a week. So I'm expecting a lot of action.
Oh, yeah.
Even up here.
Yeah.
But down there, it's going to be on.
Yeah, so it's going to be on in a week or two. And there's such a narrow window there with everybody breeding. Like the Gilas, the males are active. They're out on the hunt looking for females. So sometimes you can spot them. That was the other cool thing, is seeing the terrain where they live. There was a lichen that was growing on the, I'm assuming it's lichen, that was growing on the rocks, and you'd see it poking up out of the red sand. And it even looked beaded.
It gives you that molted pattern.
Yeah, it does.
That banded, almost that banded Gila look.
So I could see, exactly how well they would blend
camouflage.
in. Perfect camouflage.
Even the horned lizard was perfect camouflage.
Yes.
We'll show you a picture of it.
We'll show you him as well. It was he blended right in. Jason was pointing at him like 3 times. I'm like, where? But yes, the terrain down there is perfectly suited for them. That reddish orange sand that is everywhere. And those black rocks, the Gilas would just blend in perfectly. In fact, there was a little patch of lichen that looked kind of that shape, and there was a leg. What looked like a leg, and my heart skipped a beat. Yeah. And then I'm like, So, yes, please like, subscribe. But tell us about your desert herping adventures. What is it you're looking most forward to seeing in the desert this year? Thank you.
Thanks.